Welcome back to our channel. Today I'm going to talk to you about a budget trip that Noah and I recently took to Calgary, Canada, with a side trip to Banff National Park. To start out, we flew WestJet. WestJet is a Canadian airline, and it's one of their low-cost carriers. They recently started flying from Raleigh, North Carolina, and that's how we discovered them. We booked this round-trip flight non-stop from Raleigh to Calgary for $345 round trip. We did pay the additional $56 so we could choose our seats going there and on the return flight as well. WestJet was very comfortable. The staff was very pleasant and accommodating. The seats were a little tight, but it was comfortable. We had no issues. One thing I will let you know, for that price, you will need to carry a backpack only travel system. No carry-ons, no checked bags for that price. You can add those on if you'd like to, but we like to go budget, and so we chose to do that. The smallest backpack we had was our Osprey backpack, and even this was an inch or two larger than their required measurements for a backpack. The measurements for a WestJet personal item, 16 by 13 by 6. 16 inches by 13 inches by 6. The measurements in centimeters, 41 centimeters by 33 centimeters by 15 centimeters. This is the smallest bag that we had. We did not pack it full. The reason being, we wanted to make sure we would meet the requirements if they asked us to check our bag. When we got to the airport in Raleigh, we immediately went to the sizer that they have for personal item, and our backpacks didn't come close to going in those sizers. So we are on the hunt for a bag that fits exactly what those measurements are. But I really have a question if that sizer was accurate. I don't think if I had my measuring tape and I measured the interior dimensions of that sizer, that it would have been the same as 16 by 13 by 6. I don't have scientific evidence, but I do have years of flying and packing. So if you would like to see us do a packing video on this bag to see how much we can get in it and still meet the measurements, if you smush it and squish it and don't feel it full, let me know in the comments below and we'll do a packing video for you. Noah and I both took this size bag. We were given a snack on the flight between Raleigh and Calgary, and by the way, these are non-stop flights, so bring your own snacks just in case. There was food and snacks available for purchase. We did have plenty of legroom. Thankfully, on the ride out there, we did not have anyone in a middle seat, so we had the row to ourselves. We put our backpacks under the seat in the middle, so that gave us both legroom, complete legroom in our seats. On the flight back, we did have someone in between us, and so we didn't have the full row. But still no problem, because we packed light, we were able to have plenty of room for our feet. When we flew home from Calgary, they have a priority pass lounge very close to the gate we were flying out of. The name of the lounge was the Aspire Lounge, and it is available on priority pass. And I was able to have a guest, so Noah was able to join me in the lounge. Not that I would have gone in without him. I would never go in the lounge without him. We were able to have breakfast and some snacks, and we had a couple bottles of water that we took with us on our flight because we knew there wouldn't be snacks on the flight on the return home. But WestJet is a very viable budget option. I would fly them again, especially non-stop. They weren't militant when we were getting on. The gate agents didn't stop us. The flight crew didn't say, oh, your bag's not in compliance. Nothing like that. They were very kind. They didn't have anyone check the bag sizer before boarding the flight. I have read that if you are flying within Canada, they're a little more strict, but maybe because they're trying to open new markets in the United States for WestJet, they're being a little more lenient. I wouldn't push the boundaries because you never know when they are going to start enforcing what they communicate as their personal item requirements. We kept this trip budget friendly by staying at Hyatt. We stayed in the Hyatt Regency Calgary downtown. It was 10,000 points per night. This was a 3-night getaway, so 30,000 Hyatt points. Also, because I had earned Explorer status, I was given the option to choose kind of a status bonus, and I chose the lounge access. This Hyatt Regency did have a lounge, and so we were able to have access to that lounge 24 hours a day for our entire stay. That meant we had free breakfast, we had snacks in the afternoon, cocktails after 4, sometimes they had a light dinner, and then snacks and drinks, 24/7 access to snacks and drinks. And our room was 2 doors down from the club, so that was super convenient for us. The room was great. We had 2 queen beds. It was so comfortable. As usual, plenty of room. The bathroom was laid out so nice. A great shower, a double vanity, a big mirror with lights. So comfortable, plenty of towels. The amenity kits were amazing. All were great. So as usual, Hyatt came through with that. We also had a refrigerator, so we were able to keep drinks cold and leftovers. If we had any leftovers, we could take them over to the lounge and they would be happy to warm them up for us in the microwave. So it was a really great stay right in the heart of Calgary. Our first day, it rained a little bit, and we didn't have any plans the first day because the first day we usually just walk around and get to know our area. Luckily, they have the skywalk, much like the skywalk that we showed you in our Minnesota videos. It was so cool to navigate all through downtown Calgary while staying warm and dry because we were able to access everything through the skywalk. So if you're ever in Calgary and the weather's not the best, go ahead and take advantage of the skywalk. It's super cool to figure it out and to see where you end up. It's so much fun. We were able to visit the Peace Bridge, one of the famous bridges in Calgary. We also explored some of the exterior artwork. We walked through different parks. We crossed the river and went to the other side to check that out. We just had a really nice time walking around. Later that afternoon, we decided, because the weather had cleared up, to do kind of a thrilling activity. Calgary, as you know, is the home to the former Winter Olympics. And so we went to Olympic Village and we tried out what they call go-karting. They actually use the paths of the former luge tracks and they've turned it into go-kart tracks. So you take a chairlift up to the top of the hill and then you kart all the way down. It's so fun. The only control you have to worry about is the brake. Well, you do have to steer it a little bit, but the brake, it's so easy to use. I was able to do it with no problem. It's a lot of fun. We got to go down 3 times and then they gave us a bonus time. So we got to go down 4 times and it was $50 US each. It took about, I want to say 8 to 10 minutes to go down. At least that's what it felt like. It's much longer than you think to get down it, but we had a great time. The next day we decided to do our major tour of Banff. Banff was about an hour and a half away, and so the van picked us up right at our hotel, took us to Banff. We went down into the town, we had lunch, we explored the town a little bit. We also went to Lake Louise and some of the other beautiful areas of Banff, the hotels, some of the glaciers. It was absolutely beautiful. One of the coolest things that we did in Banff was we took the sky lift, and it's an enclosed gondola that takes you from the bottom all the way up to the top of the mountain. You go through the clouds. At the time we were there, the night before, they had received their first snow. So it was so beautiful. We were encapsulated in white It was absolutely gorgeous. And then when you get to the top, you get to explore the peaks. You get to see the movies about how it all came together and the importance of that gondola lift. You also got to see so far from the top of that mountain. You got to see down to all the lakes and all the small towns that surround the area. It was absolutely beautiful. That was included in our $331 Viator tour package. If people didn't book the gondola at the time of their booking the tour, they were allowed to add that to their tour upon arrival. So if that's something you're not really sure of, you can wait till the last minute, and when you get there, if there isn't any fog that is keeping you from having great sightseeing opportunities at the top, go ahead and take the ride to the top. But if you want to wait because you're not sure of the weather, you can also do that. Thankfully, it worked out for us and we had a great time. When you get to the top of the mountain, there's a coffee shop, there's lots of shopping, there's a restaurant, there's a museum, and like I mentioned, the movie that kind of goes over the entire system. They returned us back to our hotel later that evening. We got back about 10:30 p.m. So it was about a 13-hour tour, and the cost of that 13-hour tour for both of us was $331.64. That was a bargain. The food in Canada, there's a lot of eclectic food there. We had Italian, Indian, Thai, Korean. It was delicious. All of our meals averaged about $15 to $20 a piece US. The time we went, the dollar was holding up really well against the Canadian dollar, and so we got a lot of value for our money. If you haven't been to Calgary and you haven't had the opportunity to explore Banff, I highly recommend it. All in all, 3 days was plenty of time for us to just get a taste of Calgary and Banff. We both agreed that we would definitely go back. Entering and exiting Canada is super simple. The kiosk is a breeze. You just put in your passport information and you're out of there. When you leave, we have a special agreement with the United States when flying through Calgary. You can use your mobile passport control app and go ahead and take care of all your immigration stuff before you get on the plane. Then when you land, you simply exit the plane, bypass immigration and passport control, head down to baggage claim, hop on the shuttle, get in your car, and head home. Simple. So let me review our budget for this trip. Our WestJet round trip tickets with seat selection was around $400 total for both of us. Our hotel accommodations did not cost us any cash, but we did spend 30,000 Hyatt points. This did include lounge access, so lunches, some dinners, and all of our breakfasts were taken care of. Each meal was around $15 to $20. The go-karting for us was $50 US a piece. We did have lounge access at the airport on the way home, so we were able to get drinks and snacks before we boarded our flight. We had great legroom. We both took a really good nap on our way back to Raleigh. We highly recommend WestJet. We highly recommend the Hyatt Regency Calgary downtown. We also recommend the go-karting and the tour that we took. So I will put the links to all of those down in the description, and you decide to take a budget trip to Calgary and Banff, you'll have the resources there for you.
We appreciate you sticking with us to the end of this video. We share travel tips, packing videos, and tools for navigating the points and miles ecosystem. If this interests you, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out. Have a great day, and we will see you next time.